This is the Eureka Springs and North Arkansas Railway in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Actually on the edge of Eureka Springs, you see. This is the old, these are actually the old signals they used to use. You can find several of them on the Pennsylvania Railway, now owned by Conrail, now owned by a Norfolk Southern. There's some signal. These keep moving infinitely. Blech. Here's some old tractors. There's a wheel of some sort. That looks like some kind of engine motor. Here's one of these old hand carts. I think you can do it. Nope. It's locked. Now I'm not sure if the trains are not very sure if the trains are running today. Maybe they are because but I guess it's an excursion train. There she is right there. I do not know what kind of locomotive that is. All I know it's a switcher, which what's a possible chance of being owned by Alco, like always. Oh, and there's the Eureka Springs trolley. Number 3. Then there's a tractor. Here's one of their old passenger cars. It's not operational anymore because it's on track that's been tore off. Oh, there's a dwarf signal. I'm not sure if you can see it because it's so bright. Oh, you can actually walk across here. It's a switch. There's one of their special passenger cars. This is a private office car. It doesn't have a coupling anymore. Railway employees only. They don't, I guess, they don't use this anymore.
Still run? Oh yeah. Yeah, we fire it up every now and then. We've had it running 2 or 3 times here.
The private office car.
Get it just right. Oh yeah. Because it's magneto, you gotta throw the...
These are Alco trucks, created by Alco for their freight cars and stuff. But strangely, we have Alco over there. We strangely have a different kind of truck here. Oh, so those wavy lines on my railroad car are supposed to be there after all. There's a circus car.
Is this the original railroad track down through there?
Here's a caboose.
Yeah.
And there's the old steam locomotive.
So that's when I come to.
Parents, children, do not climb on rail equipment. Danger, injury will result. Okay. There's the lead truck.
This is the Baldwin locomotive.
Looks like she's been kind of banged up. There's the boiler, main driving wheel, the main traction wheels. What happened to her cab? Oh, as you see, there are rails here, which looks like how that they put that there. There's the fire box. Here's a equipment car, and this caboose, they would put, it's still operationable, I think. That's a rail car. It's still operationable too. And there's the snack car. Ah. Oh. air hose. There's a turntable, but we'll get into that a bit later. I look like this snack car can run. I'm not sure if you can see it, but the signal's bright green. There's engine 201. This is the inside of an actual caboose. Here's their work table. This is where they would like go up and test view. They would sit in that seat or this seat. He let me. This is what it's like being at the top. Turntable again. Here's one of the emergency brakes. Yeah, the caboose can be also held for the brakes. Here's some of the lockers. Fire extinguisher location. Here's their fireplace where they would like warm themselves up. Some kind of thing of something. And sometimes they'd let passengers ride in the caboose. Here's the brake. The hand brake. Fun to operate. What is this, a patrol car? An inspection car. This is the inside of a steam locomotive. It's big. There's the fan, and where they would like suck up all the smoke. The firebox. This is where the engineer would sit. Engineer or fireman. Here is the brake. It can still move, but I don't have the strength to move it. This, I don't know what it is. If you were to try to run this thing without any water, it would explode. And if this was running and it exploded, I'd be dead by now. It's a bunch of tube wiring. They say this still runs. Now here's another brake. Back then the steam engines did not have air brakes. This is stop, this is full speed. Here's some old John Deere tractors, maybe? A bunch of wheels on rail. There is the turntable. By the way, I'm still standing on the locomotive. The derail sign. It's faded out now. This is the separation between the locomotive and the tender. Now, as you'll see, I'm gonna climb this up now. It's pretty tough when you have a camera in one hand and you're climbing it with the other. Anyway, the coal would be on the outside rim, and everything else would be on inside, like water, oil. Here's the water storage tank, and there's the circus car. It's actually pretty high up. Here's a headlamp, bunches of rails, bridge of fire. This is what happens to rail when rail catches fire. Fire occurred on blah 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 blah. I'll probably type this up in the description. Here's a Union Pacific GP9? SD40-2. I don't know. And then there's a bunch of freight cars. There's the Arkansas, Missouri diesel engine. 4742. A bunch of things. They have an AT&SF caboose. It's kind of dark, so it's hard to see. Then we have a lot of railroads. Union Pacific, Southern Pacific, Santa Fe route, the Santa Fe Southern, GT, Penn Central, Green Bay, Burlington Northern, Frisco, Conrail, favorite, Conrail, my absolute favorite, Rio Grande, a bunch of stuff, and a bunch of other stuff, blah blah blah. And these are one of the conductors. He always wears a
Or black wool because it's supposed to look nice.
Walking on the tracks is really fun, as long as but you usually aren't allowed to walk on the tracks. The train isn't running right now. Yes, it's running today, so it's safe for me. Door signal's green. And here is a trestle. Walking on it is extremely dangerous, so I'm not going to walk on rails. River's right there. Cable. Okay, so he's switching the track.
Okay, that puts us back on the main track. But we want to go to track 2.
Okay. Can I try? Okay. Okay, so do I like pull this up?
Pull it up.
Okay, pull it up.
Push it over. And lock it back
Okay.
down. It's
Tough.
easier if you do it like this. When it's over here, we lift it and yank it over and hook it down like that.
Have you guys ever had any derailments with the switch?
What? You mean this year?
Anytime.
In all the centuries?
Let's see. We had 2 weeks ago too.
How
long is it?
Here is some kind of freight car. Looks like some kind of mobile home. Another trolley coming. And here it is, just starting up. Blow the horn! This is going to be really loud. I'm just going to start backing away. Pretty soon we're going to watch this train couple onto the excursion car, which we're about to see in a moment. Just waiting. I think the locomotive's coming. I don't know. Here it comes. It's moving quite quick, so I'm going to probably be there. I won't.
Don't get on the other side of those orange bricks.
I'm not. Train coming onto the switch. Now it's beginning to slow down. This might take a while. Good thing I cleared my SD card. It's coming. Coming. Conductor's getting off. It's your average switcher. The train's coming. 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 Stops. The train always stops before coupling. She slowly comes in. And then, boom. Now as you see, that yellow line, just about right there, that's the pin. That's what always keeps the coupler knuckle locked in place. Now what the conductor did is just tie up the air hose. Now the engineer is going to release the brakes for the air brakes. We'll probably tour the turntable in a bit. But right now, we're going to go ride on the train. Now the engineer here is going to head back onto the main and get onto the turntable, I think. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. This was X... Oh look, this was X Grand something Mount Quarry, Sweet Home, Little Rock, Arkansas, X Missouri Pacific Railroad, and then the X C&EI Railroad. He is going to radio the engineer and tell him when it's okay to move. He just released the air brakes. Now the train is moving. He has to move slowly. He has to move slowly. Now he just removed the wood brakes. Or they call them temporary brakes. He's going to remove the hose. Or electrical outlet. What I'm guessing the conductor's going to do, or at least I think he's a conductor, is get on the locomotive and back it up. Yeah, that's what I think he's doing. I don't know. Wait, no, he's realigning the switch. No, wait. He's doing something. What are you doing? Yeah, oh, never mind. He's directing the locomotive. He's just now releasing the air brakes. Now he's moving. He's going to be directed back onto the main line. I am so glad I got to be a rail fan. Bunch of other families waiting to get on the excursion train. There's a caboose. Maybe they'll put that on.
Okay, sit down.
Now the conductor is realigning to switch to the main line. Now what I think they're going to do is back it up onto the turntable so they can rotate it and connect with the rest of the consist. I think. I do not know. Now what he's doing is backing up the train again. It's backing up slowly, so this might take a while. Oh, there's a signal right there. I know. Now the train is moving. Moving into place so us passengers can get on. The rail thingy again. There's a crane. Moving again. Now he's uncoupled the... We will be able to board. Now what I think he's going to do is couple onto the rest of the consist. If you do not know what the heck a consist is,
Go down there and switch around and go that way. Take it back into.
anyways, now if you do not know what a consist is the order of the train. Oh, it's burnt. Now we are boarding the excursion train, and I get to be the assistant conductor. Yay! There's the emergency handbrake.
Hey everybody, welcome on board. Let's see, there seems to be some confusion as to which way the train is going to go. What's that? We're going to go that way.
This is the locomotive backing up onto the coming forward onto the turntable. This is a rare opportunity that you don't get to see very often. Good thing I brought my camera with me. I'm using my 3DS. No, you're not in the way. I'm just filming. So basically you won't be. Oh, butterfly. Here it goes. All these other things are still on rails, but it's covered by dirt and grass, so you can barely see. This used to be owned by Frisco. It's little down there. Out of control. Here's the train backing up. It's gonna couple up to our passenger car. They slow it down. Conductor gets off. I'm gonna brace myself here. Oh, here you go. Now, brace. Now, the conductor will tie on the air hoses, which is extremely dangerous. Now, if there's a clog in the air hose, the air brakes won't work and you would possibly have a runaway train, unless you use the independent brake or the emergency brake. Now, the engineer is going to get back on, and he's either going to, 1, go forward and take us to the next stop, or 2, will reverse us to the other passenger cars. Right now we are moving in reverse to couple up with the rest of the passenger cars. Now we just stopped. And now we are moving.
That's one of the first, where they check the tracks. That car went along the tracks.
Here is the turntable, Frisco. There's an old water tower. Oh, there's the cab of that one locomotive. Some rail cars. And an old tractor. There's Missouri Pacific. Here's some box cars. Some Missouri Pacific. There's also a box car over here.
Look at that old one right there, E. Look at that one right there.
Oh, and here's an old passenger car. And here is a caboose. Not sure it's still connected to the lines.
There's another caboose.
I know.
See, if you was in there, they just have those big tall places where they sit. Real hard.
I know. It's a caboose, a flat car. There's a little gas
That's in
tank.
North Arkansas. Eureka's train.
Yeah. Here's a tanker. Trying to catch everything. It's pretty.
Flatbed.
Yeah, old wood flatbed. Still on its rails. Here is a special passenger car.
Cold dog.
Two-bay hopper is what they call them. It's a broken up. It looks like a broken up flatbed.
What's this one?
That's a tender for an old steam locomotive, and then here's a tanker. And that's the end of the line. In for that. And we are going over a bridge. There's a house right there. This is where they store things.
There's a snake house.
A what?
A little buzz with snakes like a little.
Snake houses.
Imagine riding one of these.
Little buff. A bunch of scenery here.
We're at the water processing place.
No wonder it smells like urine. That's what it's like looking at the back of the train. There's a road. Another river. Another river. I have to stay at the back of the train for some reason. Just came around a curve. Feeling a bit woozy. I'm guessing we're coming across some railroad crossing. Wait, that sounded familiar. That horn sounded familiar. Cool, log cabin. We are coming upon a railroad crossing. Coming upon a track. Looks like some kind of pen. Oh, that? I don't know what that is. Coming around another curve. It's getting hard to balance properly. We are still going around the curve. It's an S curve. Junction, Arkansas.
Not Junction City, not Grand Junction, and certainly not Petty Junction.
It's a mirror. It just gets dark in here. And you can hear the brakes squealing hard.
Well, believe it or not, this railroad had a railroad stop.
We just came through a switch. There's a little trestle over the water.
What the train to do is go down from the syrup, find the switch, and then the train back into town. When they were no rolling stock, and truck all this stuff into town. We don't connect with anybody, and he had to buy back the old road bed and lane track. Now we're coming to a halt because we didn't one of our engineers track. The reason why there's no more
because of the landowner next. It doesn't like trains, thinks it's noisy, it's smelly. Curse you, landowner. If you're watching this video, yeah.
Now, folks, as we're backing up, we're going over a historic railroad bridge. On this very bridge, we were held up by Frank and Jesse James 15 times on the same day in 1994.
Now we are reversing to go onto the bridge on the next track. What this track is used for, I have no idea. Sidetrack, maybe? Passing over the trestle again. Yes, it is.
Back there from Tulsa. Do you know where Patio is?
Hold
It's down.
Now here's the switcher we'll be going on.
Okay, folks. Going that way. You want to point that way so the engine will climb up on it, and it's also a good idea to put your nail to the left of your coin, because sometimes the nails will scoot and cut your coin in half.
Cool.
All right? So, money down, big wheel rolling, every time a winner.
Okay, so you just lift the back of your coin, place it in the
Inside
center.
the center line. See where the track's shiny?
Uh-huh.
See it right there, just like that. Okay.
Okay, put it in. So then you find, every nail has a flat spot. You just gotta roll it around and find
Gotta
it.
roll it around. Just hold it with your. Here, I just do it like this. There, you see?
Mine already found it.
Good. So. All right, guys. It might be a load of giggles to put a small rock on the rail and see what happens. Don't. This is chert. It's a form of flint. When the locomotive goes over it, it will explode like a small hand grenade and shower you with shrapnel.
Oh gosh.
Now, also, flint and steel put together makes what?
Fire
Sparks.
and sparks.
I met a engineer from the Flint Hills of Kansas on the Santa Fe Railway that one day they graded the road alongside of his track and got rocks all over his rail. Now, son, Ian, what sort of rocks would you expect to find in the Flint Hills of Kansas?
Possibly flint.
Possibly flint, yeah, exactly. Well, and when he went through that night, he said, looking down the side of his train, it looked like there was a giant sparkler underneath every wheel, and he set 20 miles of prairie fire. Okay, how we doing down here? Let's put it right in the center.
So the train will be coming down here and smash the coin and nail.
Okay, the train's gonna
It's decoupled now. It's gonna be a while. Okay, we're gonna have to. Okay, we're going back 3 feet at least from the rails. The train might be coming through here. I don't know. Or here it comes.
It's a clinker. It's clay that was in the mixed in with the coal and fused into that rock. Right.
This. Okay, now it's gonna.
Slow her down, Joe.
Now it's gonna crush the coins and nail.
If you can find another one, that's a clinker. There we go. That looks good. Softly.
It's rattling. Oh, cool! It's rattling, and then crush.
It worked for mine.
So did I.
It didn't work for some.
The heavy locomotive has crushed the coin and nails.
watch out, the
Wow.
nails will be a little hot. The best way to pick up your nail is to scoot it onto your penny and then hold it on your penny until it cools down.
Yo!
Did your nail get smushed?
For some reason, I have liberty. For some reason, the only thing that survives from the words is liberty.
Cool.
Outside rail of the turn. And that way the wheel will slip without screeching. Now the grease is magic stuff. If you get it on your clothes, the only way to get it off your clothes is to burn them. If you put it on a rail and you get a ½ inch of rain, it all washes off. It's the perversity of inanimate objects, right? Okay, folks, before we take off, I'm going to ask our engineer to demonstrate the special horns that we have on our locomotive. Now, on a locomotive, any horn, set of horns, or a whistle that sounds more than one note is called a chime. And you'll notice in the front of our
Whoa!
5 horns. Each horn sounds a different note. Heard it? Your first reaction was, I gotta stop that noise. And he went over and answered it. Now if our engineer pulls on the lanyard with the right amount of finesse, he can get each horn to blow in sequence, from one horn blowing to all 5. We're gonna have to wait until he's coupled up completely. What happened here?
I'm filming. Looks like we've encountered a problem. Is there something wrong with the coupler knuckle?
Okay, what happened is that when they came to couple up, one of the knuckles slid off just a little bit. And instead of the fingers of the knuckles going behind each other like this, the fingers came in and they kind of went like this. And that's called a bald head. And you don't couple up well when you're bald headed. So you've got to pull it back, get them. So we learn all sorts of stuff about railroads. Okay, we're superstitious on the railroad, right?
Right.
It's bad luck to come off with a piece of railroad equipment facing forward.
Yeah.
That way you fall away from the train and not under it. It's bad luck to step on a rail. If you step on a rail, one day, get used to it, one day you're going to step on a wet rail and they can get very slippery when they're wet.
Dang.
And at that point your foot goes out from underneath you and you land either with your back on the rail or your head on the rail. And either way you don't dent the rail. It's bad luck to go underneath a car or between the cars and the locomotive.
Yeah, that's what the brake.
The engineer know you're in there.
Yeah, that's what the brakemen used to do, and many brakemen were crushed.
Well, yeah.
Set up brake.
Hey,
Everything.
Okay, you folks in the back of the coach probably feel the bump as we pull forward
Pull off, okay?
and come off the skate. Not much of a bump, but there's just a little one there.
we're moving again.
Okay, did you feel the bump back there? Just a little one, okay. John, could you demonstrate your horns for us, please?
Now he's gonna blow the horn.
One horn. 2. Only heard 4. 2 and 3 came on, but you heard the horn, you heard the chord. All right, heard them all. That's my ball for home when you got the brakeman on board. Occasionally, you know, home handyman has two secret weapons. Right, if it moves and it isn't supposed to move, the answer is what? duct tape, right?
Yeah.
And if it doesn't move and it's supposed to move, the answer is WD-40.
No.
Mr. Conductor,
Yes.
could I like stand about here hanging onto the
Okay,
rail?
you can stand, Amtrak, you stand right here and just hang on to this, hang on either side, and you can film up there. When we get back, you'll have a few minutes to go up in the cab, okay?
Oh, yay!
Yay.
If we had another passenger car, or if you would walk in between, you could see the shaking through the fence. Whoa. You can see the shaking. It'd be a little scary, but it's also kind of fun. Down there, there's a ditch light. There's a sand tube. There's where they keep the sand for when they're going up steep hills. General Electric. It's almost like the SW10 owned by Union Pacific. You can find in Sherman Hill, Cheyenne, but what they call this a switcher. Yes, that's what they call it. Starting to get a bit wet, so it's sprinkling. to shout a bit. Oh, it's raining! Hope my camera doesn't get wet. Whoa. Okay, now it's actually raining.
Yeah, you scooch over there.
You ruined it! Now it's actually raining. Can't see it because I'm recording with a camera. Oh, we're hitting trees. And there's the water treatment plant. Ugh. It smells like urine.
Ian, you can go up there and talk to our engineer. Just ask him to come into his office, okay?
Okay. So wait, do I just go up into the cab?
You just go right there in the cab. John, got somebody who wants to see your office.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi.
Huh, I've never been in a cab before. So,
That's where the engineer sits. You've got your automatic brake, your straight brakes, your throttle. Those are your controls, and the brake that go right over here walks the other side of the track.
That's the emergency brake?
Well, yeah.
That's your radio.
Yeah, right there.
Can I do the honors to blow the horn?
Better not here in the yard.
Yeah. So what's that?
This is where the main battery pack is underneath.
Ah. So what do you guys keep in that locker?
Huh?
That locker
That's
room?
the electric controls.
Uh-huh. So, what kind of locomotive type is this again?
Built in 1942 by General Electric during the war. It's a diesel electric. 4 drives.
Will I be, so I'm guessing you're not going to be able to blow the horn today?
No, not right now. We're